Hi, I'm Lokesh Jha, and we are at Node Part 3. And in the past video, which was Node Part 2, we have covered the CRUD operations partially. We have covered the read and by the GET request, and by PUT request, we have written things. So the CRUD means create, read, update, delete. So we have done the creation, we have done the read operation. In this video, we will be covering the U, which is update, D, which is delete. So yeah, here we can see we have put and delete. I hope you know about Postman. If you go for just Postman, and either here you can do or you can download. Currently I'm logged in, so that's why it is kind of showing that. So you can just download and install. If you have any issue in installing Postman, just ping me. It is kind of just a software, normal, nothing much. Just next, and it will be installed. Okay, now here put, delete, and express.Router we will be using. In the earlier video, we have created the routes in one file and the logic was there only. So let's suppose the logic grows or the project grows, then what will happen? We will not be coding in one file only. So it's time to like split the file, like how we have here the routes also. We have defined the middleware also here only. We have defined the logics also here. So in this video we will be splitting that, how like managed folder structure should be look like, and we will do some postman testing. So let's go for the first one, recap and completing the CRUD picture. So in the recap, we have this app.get, where we have this to get all. By just we have used this quotes array, and this was send that okay, this is the all quotes that we have. In ID, we will be passing that okay, I need one ID one quote. So here I have passed in the params. I got here by this way. This was done in order to parse it from string to number, as everything coming in the URL will be string. So that's why we need to parse it into number, because here we are having as a number. So we need to compare that way only. Or if it was a string, then we would be comparing without this number. So it's like that, just a conversion. And if none of the code was there, like we didn't find that ID sport, then we will return and response dot status 404. Why we use return here? Because either it should stop here or it should not go inside it. If it goes inside it, it should stop here. If we do not put return here, it will go further to run the code, which is not like correct thing. So yeah, this is the response, and we have the post. We like here we check that okay, in the body do we have the text or not. We will be testing this API now. And in the new quotes we have id quotes.length test, and here we have created just the how it has id and text. So in the new quotes we did that quotes.push. So how we push a new element in an array, so that was done here. And then we send that okay message, new quotes added, and the new quote was also sent. So by the end of this video, we will have completed well-organized CRUD API and fully tested end-to-end in the Postman, the exact workflow used at most every company doing the backend work. So you will have a glimpse of how the backend work goes in companies. So now the section 2 is put building the put quote ID. So now put is conventionally means replacing their resource with what I am sending. So if there is something present and I am sending the new version of that, replace that. It's in normal font called update. And in our field we only have id and text, and we do not want to update the id because then it will be discrepancy in that. It will go as the number grows. We will have the simple one simple field like quotes object. So we have the oh, here we have written the text. It will be text here. So I will create, I will first create a part 3. Okay, and copy this and copy here so that we will be talking in this part 3. Okay. Now we have our text. So anyhow, we will be sending the text only that, okay, in the row 2, just update the code that, okay, there was some spelling mistake I want to correct. So this is the new code. So it will update that. So put expects the full object. And there is another patch also, which we would not build today. But yeah, in that we parse only that field that only needs to be updated. So let's see in action, you will have some idea. App dot put, and yeah, here we have ID as same it is, and the text. So this we have already seen. And if text is not there in that body, we will say that text field is required. And here we have quote index. So we will fetch that which quote index we are looking for. From this ID, we will match. This logic is from the second one, which is quote ID. And then if, okay, here we have a good thing. I think this. So I will explain again. Here we have taken from the parameters and parsed it into number. So what happens in case you have some doubt? So you have written quotes single ID, okay? And in the URL, when you are typing in your browser or in the Postman, so you write the base URL, then quotes, and you want the first ID. So you get the only details of that code. That ID is one, port is this. Okay. So this ID is in params right now. We have discussed what is param and that query in the previous video. So here we have this in params. If it were like something like this, having a question mark and the search equals something. So this is query. Okay. So now we have taken the ID from the params. We have taken text from the body. How do we send text? Let's show you something. So this is the Postman that we have right now. Okay, so now this is the quotes, and this is the Postman that we have, and this is kind of place where we call our backend when we do not have our front end. Then we will deliver this APIs, working APIs to the front end, and front end will integrate those to call the backend. So this is the testing platform for backend developers. Okay, now, so this text I was talking about. So in the body, this is the body. This is here none. We will put it out raw, and then here I will do text colon hi. So this is the text. Okay. So if the text is not present, it was not sent in the body, then we will throw the response that, okay, we are having like text field is required, and you are having 400 response. So it is a kind of standard when something is required and it was not provided, or the request is bad. So here it is quote index, quotes dot find index. We have found that, okay, this is the index, but let's suppose we didn't find any. So we will get -1. These are from JavaScript. And return, we are returning here that, okay, 404, that quote was not found, which we wanted to update. And if that is found, then we will update that. If that is updated, then I will send that, okay, this is the updated one. So it was the normal thing. Here what we are doing, quotes, and here putting the index. So that's kind of how we are sending, like we are assuming all are in sequence only. And yeah, don't skip the 404 check just because post didn't need it here. This check should not be skipped. Post always creates a brand new resource. So there is nothing to find, not like you are creating. So you do not like look for anything, it is there or not. That's why you skip 400. 400 means. But here you need to check for the put, and for the delete, you always check that there, then you will delete, or there, then will update. That's why 400 is important. Now, there is an important question like what is the difference between put and patch? Put conventionally replaces the entire resource. If there are like four fields, then it will update all four fields. The client expected to send full object. Patch applies a partial update, like one key value only. So that's the difference more of. Yeah, so you should be reading about it, how those things works. Now we will go for the uh, section 3, building delete quotes ID. We will just add, it is kind of simple now, I think, just put a delete and you will have slash quotes, my string, slash quotes. You will need an ID, like which request needs to be deleted. And then here you will first check that what is ID. You need number, request dot params dot ID. Then you will expect that okay, it is deleting. Then I should search for constant find quotes index, or quotes index is also okay, equals quotes dot find. And here again the q will come, and q dot id equals, I think we can do that also, id if if uh, quotes index equals -1, then return response dot status what 404 dot json, and inside this we'll pass a message or error, uh, quotes quote not found, something like that. And if it is there, then we will try to delete that. Then just quotes dot splice. Then splice, that okay, wherever the index in quotes index one, only delete one item and then patch it. So from your given index, it deletes that number of items that you want. If I put two, then two elements from there will be deleted. I've kept one, so now it is okay. Now we will do response dot status. We will have 200, or yeah, for deleted we can do this 204 and send. Is that okay? It is send, or you can put a message also, but yeah, that is also okay. So this was the delete, and 204 no content, like we are not sending anything, is most systematic thing that we do in the delete purpose, that okay, this is deleted, so we do that. Okay. Now one question arrives for interview, that what status code should be used for delete request when returning the response, and what is the difference between, like when you will answer that it should be 204, then they will ask that what is the difference between 200 and 204. So you will say that 204 is no content, is the like most systematic correct thing to do when the no body is returned from the backend to front end. 200 is the accepted, and if you want, you can send back some confirmation message or some data that okay, this resource was added or something. So you can do that. So 204 is the empty return from the backend. Now we'll go for the section 4, organizing routes with express.Router. Right now, all the four routers lives inside the server.ts, the logics and everything there only. That's fine for the single resource, but the moment you add more, like you add users, add comments, add or orders, get orders, single file will be holding these all contents, will be kind of messy and not making sense that you are making this much of development and you're not keeping these clean so that it's easy to be debugging things. So it's why it is standard way to keep in files and more systematic order, then whenever you see some error or you need to update something, you will have a kind of path to reach the destination very fast. It's like that. Okay, now we will go for the uh, cleaning purpose. So I will here I will create the routes folder, and inside this we will make it what we have quotes dot which is also there js. So here we will do, or we can copy from there only, like this. First two thing is like having the yeah, here app will be not there. Here we'll have a router equals express dot router. Oh, okay. Here we have imported the express router superpower. So let's shift that things from here to here. We have now the codes, which is the memory of keeping everything. Later, we will be learning how to integrate database in order to, like, let's suppose you are using this platform and your server restarts. Then you will be emptied and you will have only two ports. All the data will be gone, which was added, updated, everything. So that's why we use database, which is a persistent thing. The database will sustain the information that we give. So we will see those things later. And here, this router, okay, let's suppose you copy this part, this whole part, and you put it here, and here you do a router dot get. So everything stays same. Similarly, you copy till here. Let's delete this and paste it here. So I have multiple apps. I will do Control D or Command D to select all, and then you type router. So it will be updating. Like you see here also cursor, here also cursor. It updated everything. Okay, at once. So it is Control D or Command D. Like duplicates are selected with this. So now where we have here, okay, the only thing is the middleware here. We can shift that also. Now we will be removing this, this, and this. Okay, your delete is also there. We have saved. Now I have deleted. Now I've deleted the common thing. Okay, here app dot use will have slash. So we have app.use ports, the basic one. And if someone is coming till here, then we will pass it to, we have not exported, I think. Uh, we need to export it. Module dot exports equals router. Okay, this is a little bit old one. We will be using the latest one also. Constant port equals required. Uh, what was that? Dot slash. Dot slash will give you routes. Slash will give you ports. And we can do ports routers and put it here. So now whenever the request comes with slash ports, then it will go inside this to look for these. Okay, after that. So it's kind of a path for it. And for this request logger, we can have uh, middleware inside this loggers, request loggers. request logger.js and export dot directly export. Here we have exported in a separate, and it will delete this. Let's copy this. Writing there only, and we'll import it. Request logger. Oh, yeah, this is okay. Require dot slash middleware slash request logger. Okay. Now every request coming will go through this. Then when it allows that, okay, next you can go further, then it will go inside this and we'll check for the params, that okay, which param, which where to land and all. So we have seen how we segregate and make the project cleaner, these things. Now we will have a this Postman testing for all CRUD operations. So let's start this first. This is the ports API, but we need to go in CD. Let's rename this a bit, otherwise it will be confusing. Middleware ports API, yeah. Okay, yeah, I was a bit confused. Ports API, like CRUD we can add. Okay. So now we will go back. We will go inside the part 3, CD ports CRUD, and here we will do npm run dev, and it is crashing. So let's see what are the errors. App.use requires middleware function. I think this is the line where there are thrown. We need to look for. Okay, now let's run this npm run dev. It is exposed to HTTP 3000. Let's go to the Postman. We will do this and call. So we got all the GET request we are doing, and let's suppose if we want the second one only. So it is not giving. Why? First of all, this. And to let's see what's the errors. Ports to ports ID. We are returning. Oh, here, see, this is a problem. 1S. Like it was returning the whole ports, not the filtered one. Now if I send, so I will get this. What if I send something which doesn't exist? Put not found. See, 404 error came. Okay. Now we'll go for post. Remove this. Go to body. Here I will put. Okay, text was good. Mm. Mm. Best on top, something just we have written and send. So see, the message is new quotes added, new quote, and something wrong is here. Let's see how to fix. Here we have IDS2, but 1 and 2 is already there. Yeah, I know. We have handled by adding as course.length need to be +1. The error was that. Now I need to show you. If I do get, I get only 2. Okay. Now I do post. I add this. I have 3 1. I do the get. Now I have 3. Like we have added this one. Now the problem I said earlier that currently if I send this, this comes. But what if the server restarts? Then what happens? Let's close the server and restarts. Now I send it. I get only 2. Okay. And do not worry about this body in the get request because it is not considered for the get. Get do not have a body. So now this array lives in memory right now. That's why it erases when the server like closed or crash or anything. If restart happens, then it is gone. So we have seen post. Let's add this. Now let's go to the put. We want to update the third one on, let's say, tool top. Quotes updated. Let's go to the get one. I want the third one only, and we got this. So this is how we do the updates. If you see like any application you will building in the initial stage, will have these CRUD operations only. And let's see the last one also, delete. Want to delete the third one and send 204, no content. Now you go into the get and all the three, it's coming. So we have done mistake in delete also. Let's see. What do you think? What went wrong? Let's see. By console.log quotes and same thing after the deletion. Okay, now we will have consoles here. So let's first add this post. We have added this. Cannot post port 3. Why? See, some error is coming. It is why this is happening is delete. We have not touched this. Ah, somehow I think I might have deleted that. Oh, what is this? So then is the get working? Port not found. This is working fine. Coming. If we put to, then get is working. If we put post and okay. We should not have sent the number, so that was the error. Oh, because that was not reaching to any routes right now. So now this three was created. To update this, tool is removed. It's updated also. Now let's go to delete. We want to delete this one, and it got delete. And here, yeah, it's working fine. Okay, let's see. Here's something we got. The first one was deleted. At the time of delete, what we have sent 3. And see here we got this wrong. Codes not found. Yeah. So here we were doing that wrong. This find was there. Find index was not there. Now we have 2 of them. Minute. 2 of them, and I want to delete the second one. And if I go here, only one is there. Now it is working fine just because of this find index. I was not looking for find index. So now we have did the CRUD operation testing in Postman. You can do again and again. And also, yeah, you can, if you have any doubt, you can comment below. And if you see that, okay, a Postman is having some issue, like how to do that, or you have some confusion, you can mention that. So we have discussed the mini project. Now our project is complete. We have all the CRUD operations. All the files are at good place. So it was kind of how we do in real life also. So let's recap. Today, what we have completed the CRUD cycles and on the codes API by putting the put and delete. Learned the idempotency actually matters here. This is the idempotency. However, we have some flaws, like if we delete uh, the kind of middle ones and still there is some issue in the ID. Actually, idempotency means that each um, data should have a unique key inside them. So how we have ID as 1, 2, 3, that's why we were able to delete something specific. So this is there. And we have used express router. We have seen how to import and all those things. So yeah, you can have the hands-on by creating all these things by yourself. You can create some more thing, like you can add some params in this. You can add more params like date, and you can add date also. So you can do some experiments and it will be better for you only. Now let's stop the server. If you have anything, you can comment below, and let's go for the next video. Bye bye.